Good morning. Today what we're making is this darling tea towel. I think it's darling anyways. This is like old Aunt Gracie's. This is from Lucian Fabrics that I got many moons ago. And I just think it's really, really, really cute. So what you will need is a tea towel. This one is 19.5 by 27 3/4. I wash everything before I put it on because you're going to be washing this. If you use it, or you can use it for pretty, it doesn't matter. So I cut many more than 22.5-inch squares, obviously. And I'm using 10 Sisters, 2.5-inch, it ends up being a 2-inch square. And you need 2 rows, 10 each, okay? So then you just put your 2.5-inch squares on this, and then, or you can just do your 2.5-inch squares, do 10 on the top, 10 on the bottom, and just sew it. Doesn't matter. So once you're done doing this, all I do is iron it. And Lindsay put everything on, telling you what to do. Or you could take plain interfacing and do this. It doesn't matter. This just makes my life easy, and I happen to have a whole lot of it. And honey, I don't want to work harder, I want to work smarter. Then all you have to do is sew the 1/4 inch. Let me iron it one more time. Looks like some of this stuff is falling off. I should have glued it first, but I didn't. All the way down. Then in between them, you just cut. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because this is pretty easy to figure out. Then all you have to do, I didn't iron this well, but it'll work. Is just stagger it every other one. This will go up and this will go down so they match. And then all I'm going to do is sew right here and do all the way down, which I've already done on one. And then they just lay perfectly. Okay, so you got that. So I've got that one done, and it is right here. So then all you have to do, I got this nifty little thing, because I'm always measuring things over. So I'm going to put it a 1/4 inch all the way across. I'm going to use some glue. On the top, and then I'm going to do the sides afterwards. And you can iron on this thing too. It's pretty cool, actually. And you can guesstimate it too. You don't have to be nuts. you just glue, glue, glue. All the way across and all the way to the bottom. And then once you do both the top and the bottom, I don't want that thing to fall over, is what you do is you put it and then fold it to measure the sides, and you just fold it on the sides, and then you sew all the way around. I haven't quite done that yet. So let me change my favorite foot. I call it the rudder foot, but it's the stitch in the ditch foot. And I'm changing stitch length to a 3, and I'm going to move it over. So it's nice and even. I've already done the sides and the top. As you noticed, I really like tea towels. I like to change them. I love to change. Love to change my dishes. That's because my mom was a dish. So was my grandmother. They both were dish people. And they always set really, really pretty tables. Lindsay's really good at that too. Setting gorgeous tables. And then for the bunny, of course you can just cut around it and do that kind of thing. But what I like to do is take, you can get this at Walmart. It's Pellon 30. And you put the right sides down with the Pellon 30, and then you've got, if you look on Facebook, there's this little thing you can trace around, and you trace around it, then you sew all the way around it, and then you just cut like a 1/4 inch all the way around the bunny head, which is really cute. And like when you get to the like little ear thing, you just go in. And then I'm going to clip around like the ear and stuff.
Connie wants to know if that barn in the background is your grandmother's.
No. Nope. My grandmother had actually a really pretty barn. Grandma had, she always had gorgeous. She loved to do dirt and flowers and stuff. Which is not my gig, but she always had the most beautiful yard. She loved to do yards. But I've got one in the, I got a picture of like our farmhouse in the other room. Actually, Life magazine did a whole thing of my grandmother's farm. They're absolutely gorgeous, actually. Someday I'd really like to hang those up because they're just so well done. Grandma's was red, and then I just clip around the little bunny. Grandma had a really cool house. She had lots of wood, and she had like a phone booth in the house. That was really cool. She always had it manicured absolutely beautiful. She had like old wash basins that were on like stilt kind of things, and they were always filled with gorgeous flowers. And she'd always ask me what the flowers were, and she told me. I wish I would listen to her better, but I wasn't really into dirt. The son and I don't have a good relationship. I just break out in a rash, and I itch myself a lot. His skin has never been tan very much in its life. I'm not a red. I could never sit still long enough. So I'm just clipping around the bunny ears. But you don't have to do all this. You can just, do it. I just don't want it to be like when you wash it. I don't want it to get raw looking. You can. Whatever floats your boat. And then I'm just going to cut this. Only through one layer. If you cut through both, you're going to end up with Bye Bye Bunny.
Could you use pinking shears to do that?
Well, yeah. You sure can, but you're going to put right sides out. You could do pinking shears around the bunny, and then you don't have to do this, but I just want it to be clean. And then you just flip right sides out. This is just another way of doing applique. So you don't have to flip it under and do all that stuff. I'm just like trying to find the easiest way to do anything. But this stuff is really, it's inexpensive, and I really like it. It's like the perfect weight for doing applique that I have found. And I've used a lot of stuff. And all you do is play with it, and when you're done, it looks like this bunny. Then all you have to do is find your center. Okay, find the center of the bunny. I think I'll go with a blue one. I kept changing my mind which bunny I wanted, so I made them all. These eyes go up. Oh, shoot. And then you figure where you want your bunny. And then I'm just going to glue it. It's... Oh, shoot. I kept changing my mind on the bunny, so I just thought, I'll make them all. What the heck? And I'm sure Lindsay does not want a bunny. Nope. Told you guys. She is a person of little, and I'm a person of too much. Because you never know when you're going to need something. But kind of like a store. That's because I lived out in the country. Okay, this is going to be 16. I remember I applique stitch and change it to 3.0. This is a 4. And change this to 3.0. Move my little bunny. All we have to do is stitch around the bunny. Change my foot. What I'm doing, and voila, when you're done, you got one cute little bunny applique bunny song. And I think it's really cute. Today what are we giving away, honey? Pattern. The winner today is Denise Simonson. To send your email address to quickpoints@gmail. Thank you for watching, share, subscribe, and we will see you next week. And I can't believe Easter is on its merry whole way. God bless all of you and have a wonderful day.